Hi guys, it's Pastor Dan here. I feel like I have to remind you because we haven't been able to see each other in such a long time. But look, it's a beautiful spring day, and so there was no better excuse for me to come out but to really share a message with you today. And it may just feel like it's just another day, another lockdown. It seems as though every day it's just all about COVID, right? Cases are on the rise, misinformation is everywhere, mental health is just going down the drain. It's hard to stay positive, especially when we can't see the finish line. But amongst all of this, I'm reminded of a story of Daniel in the Bible, who was uprooted from his home, and he was shoved into this foreign place, this place that he had never been before. And he could have just curled up in a ball. He could have just did nothing with his time, but he decided to make the most of it. And you read in the Bible that he ate well, that he won the hearts of people, the Babylonians, and he really took what was inside of his control and made the most of it. You see, that's the key here. In psychology, there's a phrase called locus of control. And it says that, yes, there are things that are outside of your control. COVID cases and everything that's happening in the world and maybe just even the lockdown rules. But there are some things that are still inside of your control. What you eat, what you watch, what you do. These things have not been taken away from you, and they are still in your power to be able to make the best out of every situation. You see, pre-COVID, I would have wanted any excuse, honestly anything, to be able just to plunk myself down at home, to spend time with family, to maybe play some games, watch some TV shows, to read some books, to do all of these things because life was crazy, right? But now we're in lockdown and we have this time, and sure, it was nice the first couple of months, but then after that it started to drag on, and now we are here all the way down in the second year. And I totally get it. I'm over it too. But I guarantee you that after all of this, when we get out of all this lockdown and things go back to relative normality, that we will wish, maybe not the lockdown we had now, but just some time to be able to stop from the world, to step away and to do something with your time. Now, I thought about this and I read this article, but it said that we had been in lockdown for over 200 days in Victoria. That's a long time. It's a long time to be indoors. It's a long time to not go back to reality, but just think about this for a second. What could you have done with 200 days of being at home? Could you have learned a new language? Could you have maybe started some cooking classes? Maybe you could have created a new beautiful vegetable garden in the backyard. I don't know. You could have done a lot of things, right? And I think about it and I look back and I go, what did I use that time? Did I spend a lot of that time being productive, doing something useful? Or did I spend a lot of that time shooting at the air and wishing things were different? And I can safely say it was about 50-50. I wish I'd spent more time doing something that was efficient and productive, that the future Dan would be able to look back and say, you used that time. So my challenge for you is to be able to look at the time that we have now, and we don't know when lockdown is going to end. We don't know when things are going to change, but that's outside of our control. What's inside of our control is what we do with that time. And I completely understand, look, there are some people who are living alone and don't have family to be with, and mental health is going down the drain, and there are so many different things. I hear it almost on a daily basis about how people are just struggling. But remember, I'm not here to say just get over it. I'm just saying you have a choice. You have a choice whether you have your lemons and you sit with your lemons and you do nothing, or you turn it into lemonade. I mean, I just think about the time that we've been spending here, and you know, my wife has spent most of this time reading books, and she is such a quick reader. She can read through a book in a day. And she's been using her time really well. Naomi, on the other hand, she wants to get one book and wants me to read it 4 times a day, the same book every single time. Harry McCleary used to be an awesome book. Now it's just not this again. But I need to accept and appreciate this time, because this time is not going to be with me forever. And so whoever's watching this, I just want to encourage you. Yes, there are things to worry and complain about, but there are also some really great things. Use this time wisely. Take your joy and make it under your control. Don't let your joy be under someone else's control. Make sure that you look back and you say, yeah, I spent that time wisely. And remember, there is an end to this. We don't know when, but we know and we have hope that God has something amazing in store for His people during this time. So stay hopeful, put your hope in Him, and stay positive.